you doing, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great. Please forgive the hairstyle. I still need to shower for today because I've been busy. I've been tired. I've been working. I've been doing what I need to do, including this review. Plus, I need to take this hair out and redo it. But this is Love After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 30, Life After Lockup, Trick or Treat. Now, in this situation, trick or cheat. In this situation, I'm thinking everybody here is a damn trick, except for Brittany and Marcelino. But the show starts off with, let's start off, I'm just gonna break down each relationship because they keep skipping scenes, and I don't wanna keep skipping scenes, it just takes too much time. So I'm gonna talk about each single relationship and give my opinion about it. So, we get to Tara, dry snitching, and John and Christiana. So John is with Christiana. Christiana is supposed to come out of prison tomorrow, right? Or in a day. And Christiana, obviously knowing that her sister is being shiesty, two-faced, scandalous, trying to screw her husband while she's behind bars, asked John to kick her out, basically saying, which I think is bull. I think that her sister can actually stay in the house, but Christiana probably heard through the grapevine from her mama that she thinks that they're probably trying to sleep together and Tara's trying to get in on her little hustle where her husband, his nice fixed up house, his brand new car, him getting new furniture, trying to build a family for them, that she's trying to get in on her little, get into her situation. She's jealous of her. So Christiana told John, I can't be around my sister Tara, so you're gonna have to kick her out. Christiana's saying if she's gonna be like this and she's gonna treat me this way, knowing that I married this man and y'all are in his house because of me and me finding him, because I'm behind bars, you wanna sit up there and try to sleep with my husband while I'm gone? So fuck you and your little drug addiction and alcohol abuse. You can go out there in the street, go back to your ex-boyfriend, and if you end up strung out or strung up somewhere or in the middle of the road being used and abused, bitch, I don't give a damn about you because you are a piss poor ass excuse of his sister. That's what that was. And John, being that he also doesn't want Christiana to so-called find out what happened between him and Tara, decided that this is the best situation for him too. If Tara is in that house, then nobody can snitch. The mama's not gonna say nothing because she can stay there. She don't wanna cause no problem. She don't have to pay nothing. She don't have to work. These are some grown folks all staying in his house with him trying to support all of them. So she ain't finna say nothing. She's not gonna snitch. So Tara in her confessional says that John's just trying to kick her out because they have feelings for each other. No, John's trying to kick you out because you are tempting him on purpose when you know that he is a married man. You are a Jezebel. You are trying to make him an adulterer. That's what you're trying to do. And worst of it, you're trying to make him to be adulterer when he's married to your own sibling, bitch. You are not a good person, number one. Number two, you need to go and be an adult. Don't use your excuse that you're addicted to something and that means somebody has to take care of you, because her entitlement is off the chain. The way that she said, so where's my car? Bitch, bye, get your own car. Where am I gonna go? You figure that shit out. You're an adult. You find your way to my house, find your way out somewhere else. And she tries to guilt him by saying, well, I'm going to my ex's house. And John's like, well, you can't go there because your ex does stuff and you going over there means that you're most likely gonna be doing the same shit. And she's like, well, it's guilt, it's manipulative. Girl, bye. You can control yourself. The fact that you're already anticipating going back to using tells me that you're able to control yourself. You're just using that as a bone to strung over somebody's head, make him feel guilty to keep you in the house. So go ahead and go use that if that's how you feel. Then in the confessional, she tells us that all the shit that she says John buying is suspect because John went to prison for 14 years for fraud or money laundering or whatever. And obviously he was scamming people out of money, getting all the stuff that he needed. I'm thinking either he stashed that money away or this show has been paying him some good money or he's receiving some retirement. I don't know where he's getting his money from, but Tara needs to shut the hell up and stop being so salty. He's kicking you out, so you're going to stay on national television and let us know that he might be committing fraud, buying all the stuff he's buying because your ass wanted to stay in that house. Girl, bye. Next scene we're going to talk about Brittany and Marcelino, Cynthia and Jackie. Last episode, it left off with Cynthia and Brittany, Marcelino, and Cynthia going to Alaska to confront Jackie's little crazy ass. And Jackie with her fat ass is sitting up on the couch. And yes, I call her fat ass. I'm not fat shaming. I just don't like this hoe. She's sitting on the couch. Her daughter is telling her, because you abused drugs and alcohol and you didn't care about me as a kid, some of the boyfriends that you had in this house came into my room after they've been, they're all strung up on drugs and they were molesting me in the house. I told you about it and you didn't do shit about it. So I grew up and repeated the same cycle that probably your ass went through with your parents. And the mom said something like, well, I'm not the one that put the pipe in your mouth. I'm not the one that poured your liquor. Bitch, you're the one that caused me to be in this situation. You are a parent. Your job was to take care of me. This is what I call delusional mindset, because she's sitting up there in that couch and she's blaming the child for what her boyfriends did, and she's acting like she had never known that the girl was being molested. How the hell you not know that your daughter's being molested? You know what she did? What she did was her daughter told her that she was being molested. The boyfriends that she was with were giving her fix, and so she lied to herself and said nothing was happening. And then when her daughter grew up and started using, she said it was your fault for making that decision because now you grown. But what about when she was using it as a kid? Whose fault was it then? Bitch, bye. You know what? I'm so proud of Cynthia. She's better than me. Because I wanted to get to the screen, snatch her little old ass off that chair and beat the hell out of her. Just one good punch, one for each time she did something she wasn't supposed to do, because she deserved to get her ass whooped. And she's sitting up there crying like she's the damn victim. And I'm proud of Brittany for being the bigger person, for getting up and hugging her crazy ass grandmama. But if I was her, I would have poured some drink in her face and kept it pushing. Because as crazy as she is and as much as she abused, she's still sitting up there in that damn wheelchair, smoking cigarettes with her overweight ass, talking. I cannot stand every fiber of this woman. And I know that people can say, oh, you know, she went through the same thing as a kid. Her parents did the same thing to her. So it could be a reason why she did that to Cynthia, and she also did it to her granddaughter, Brittany. But if she's gonna sit here and hold Cynthia responsible for the decision Cynthia made as an adult, I'm gonna hold her ass responsible for the decision she's making now as an adult. You had a chance to fix it and you chose to. At this point, as old as her ass is, she ain't never gonna change. I'm glad that Cynthia got it out of her system. I felt bad that she had to walk away and not really going on her. I would have cussed her out. Cynthia, let all that rage out. Pour it out. Let it go so you don't have to use. Now, Brittany's dad did come into this picture with his girlfriend. Cynthia did that fake, hi, how are you? Oh, it's nice to meet you. That fake hello. She knows she's jealous. Because the way I see it, and from what Marcelino says, is Brittany's dad and mom were in the same hustle. They were both using, they were both abusing. They couldn't really live their lives, and their life was just all over the place. The dad chose to get his life straight, and Cynthia chose to not do it in the same time frame. The dad knew he was a piss poor ass father. He chose to fix his life so he can be in his daughter's life, which is a good decision for any parent to make. But now here we are, because the dad is sitting up there telling Brittany, yo, your mom is not your responsibility. You got kids now. You got 3 kids. It's your job to try and fix your family. This woman is grown. I was able to fix my life and not make excuses for it. People who use tend to put you in crazy ass situation. You don't want to be around her when she's using to this extreme, because she still looks like she's using for real, for real. Then we get, I'm very proud of Brittany, by the way. She's my favorite cast member in this Love After Lockup, because I think that Brittany is an example of somebody who has got her life together and not blame the system for some of the decisions that they make. Yeah, the system is fucked up, but for those people who have the opportunity when they meet somebody like Marcelino and take advantage and get their life together, first of all, I give Marcelino props. Second of all, I give Brittany for taking advantage of it the way that she's supposed to. And I'm happy that she's now trying to fix a generational curse. But Brittany, baby, you are not the same as your mama and your child. Your mama and your child is not the same. You and your child are not the same as your mother and you. Okay? Because you've already made the necessary steps to imprint on them good things, good memories. Even with you having gone to prison, you still have that in your kid. Girl, you are a tall glass of water in the middle of the damn desert, girl. You ain't Cynthia or Jackie. Then we have John, Lacey's dad, and the whole Shane. Now we know that Lacey's whole ass has been cycling between Shane and John. John is her past. She's been with him for a long time, back and forth. He abuses drugs and he always finds himself back in jail at some point in his life. And then Shane is the newly released guy from prison that one ends up in Lacey's life. And it seems to me that Lacey said her father was not in her life when she was younger. That explains to me why Lacey's attracted to the type of people that she's attracted to. At the same time, Lacey lives in some fantasy world, because I'm looking at how she talks and how she articulates herself. That Barbie-like voice, I don't get it. Number one, and number two, those damn duck ass lips. She needs to go ahead and have somebody suck that helium off those lips, because I can't take her seriously when she speaks. It's very hard to take anything that comes out of her mouth seriously when she speaks, because I'm looking at everything. They showed her picture as a child, and I'm thinking, this ain't no damn Lacey. Stop playing with me, girl. This is not the same person. Whatever she did to herself, she don't look the same at all. Then it seems like Lacey's dad has a problem, because John is now released from prison, and John is doing the same cycle he's done her entire life. He fucks up, gets out of prison, calls her, tells her he's out, wants to rekindle the situation. But Lacey this time around has been avoiding him and not responding to him. But at the same time, she don't want to tell him that she's pregnant. Part of the reason why she's avoiding him is not just because she's pregnant. She's avoiding him because we since learned that she's the one who snitched and called the cops on him, and that's something that she has never done. So she, for once in her life, did something that could potentially break him apart forever, because when you call the cops on your man, you have officially had enough, because you're trying to put their ass in prison where they need to make sure they don't drop the damn soap. If you put somebody in that environment, you are officially done with them. And so that's something that she didn't want to face. Lacey's dad, however, is like, you know what? I'm part of this cast. I'm finna go over there. I'm gonna check him. He goes over to John's house, and he tries to provoke him. Hit me, because John is like, if you don't get the fuck out of my house, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm just gonna sock you in your face. He said, well, hit me, because he knows it's gonna be another reason to put John behind bars to keep him further away from his daughter. If he's gonna have to be locked up for the rest of his life, then so be it, so far as he's not near my baby girl. That's what he wants. And then in this conversation with Lacey's dad, John says, I just wanna know if she called the cops on me. And Lacey's dad said, hell yeah, she called the cops on you. She got 3 kids, and you decided to go ahead and get drunk or get high, whatever you were doing, and act the fool. You're not about to do it in front of my babies. I'm gonna pick my kids. She gonna pick her kids over you. What did you expect? John says, you know, I can't believe I fell in love with this person. That's that manipulative mindset. You don't want to accept the fact that it is not her fault that you went to jail. You did something that required her to call the damn cops on your ass. But now you're mad about the consequences for the piss poor ass decision you chose to make. She doesn't have a choice. She has kids to raise. You are not one of her children. You can't keep coming out of prison, spend a few months with her, then disappear and go back to jail and back and forth and think that she wants somebody like that around her kids. What is wrong with some of these people? I don't know, you know, I know race is not a factor, but I'm looking at some of these white folks in this show, and y'all have this level of entitlement that I just can't seem to be able to grasp. Now we got Amber and Puppy and Vince. This is their segment. We find out from Amber and Puppy, who go to see somebody to ask questions, that they had a scam going on with Vince, where Vince said that he was going to adopt a whole adult child from prison. Now, everybody seems to think that inmates are the only ones who commit fraud, but we know our government is fraudulent. They've been fraudulent since the founding time, when it first initially began. But regular people commit crimes they'll call, I guess, white collar crimes or blue collar crimes. I don't know what the right term is, because I'm not a criminal, but there's little petty ass crimes that people commit that they let go. Fraud seems to be one of them. And this ex-military guy, who's supposed to be of the highest moral character, is out there trying to adopt a whole grown-ass girl who's sitting up there grinding on some other girl's puss, end up riding somebody's day. She's a fully grown person. She is out here having sex with anybody that she chooses to do, and you chose to adopt her just to get an extra $200 and something a month from them. I can't do it. This is just too much. The $200 and something, I think twice a month or whatever, it's not enough for me to risk my freedom. It ain't that. It's not like it's millions of money. But in the paperwork, we find out that he may have forged Puppy's signature on the paperwork. And then on top of that, the paperwork is written in such a way that if anything happens to Vince, Puppy will be his beneficiary. So we got Puppy sitting up here with her criminal ass, plotting on whether they're going to get rid of Vince, whether they're going to blackmail him, whether they're going to figure out a way to give him some money, because they want to figure out a way to extort him since she agreed to this. So they're sitting down, and Amber's like, I don't want to go back to jail. I don't even want to be involved in this. The fact that we're having this conversation, the cameras are right there. Do these bitches even know the cameras are right there listening to what they're saying? Like, do they not know that we can hear you? This is like intent. Like, you're not even giving the lawyers anything if your ass get caught. You're telling all your business that you participated in a fraudulent activity. Not only that, you're plotting to kill the person you participated in fraudulent activity with. Not only that, you're planning to extort him if the killing doesn't work, and you're waiting for him to die so you can get his stuff. Girl, she's not smart. But Vince is very intelligent, because Puppy called Vince because she wanted to pretend like she don't know what's going on with the adoption. Vince probably already got a call that people were asking questions about what he did. And he did what I would do. He said, I thought I was doing you a favor. I thought I was doing the right thing for somebody that I thought was a decent human being. I thought you were going to come out here, you're going to be a good person, and I was going to adopt you and help you out, just to help you get your life straight. And for you to do something like this, I feel like I was bamboozled, and I was shy. You two were shysty. You guys basically stole from me. You guys played me. He acted like he was the complete victim, and he did not do anything wrong, calling somebody in the pen and saying, hey, let me adopt you to get some more money from the system. He played that situation like, if y'all are taping me, I'm going to say everything I need to say to make sure that if I get caught, the person who hears this tape is going to see that I had a good heart and my intentions were pure. So Puppy is completely flabbergasted. Like, damn, we supposed to be the criminal. I didn't know that this man who's never been in jail has this kind of mindset. He's playing me. Like, he's the one that knows how to play me the other way. Like, it's crazy watching this scene. And Puppy's like, don't you have to get money from him for me to feel like we played him or we shysted him? What is the word they use? Shysted him? I said, y'all are both dumb. All three of you are stupid. Because Amber, you heard what he said to Puppy. That man is playing the hell out of y'all. He had that in his head that if y'all were going to play him anyway, he was still going to get the money. He's going to keep it. And if you try to go ahead and sue him, he's going to say, I was trying to do something for them. If you try to record him saying that he was trying to commit fraud, he's going to play his part. Because Puppy's thinking that if he signed a petition with her name, he signed it fraudulently. And the lady that we're talking to says she can sue him for $15K. All Puppy's seen is money, but all Amber's seen is, I don't want to go back to jail. I got a new man coming out. I still want to see him. And all Vince is thinking about is, I ain't finna get in trouble either. I'm going to tell you guys that I meant good when I did this. It's crazy, this dynamic. It's like y'all are committing crimes on camera and leaving evidence behind for us to see it. Then we got Destiny and Shawn. This scenario, I don't even know what to say. Because Destiny is a highly manipulative, very well experienced criminal. Because Shawn went to the court to see him and he hadn't put $50K up on her behalf for her to go to court. And if she doesn't do what she's supposed to do, the $50K falls on him. He had to borrow money from his ex-wife, who he treated like crap, to go into court to try and support this hoe. Instead, she comes out of court with her sister and she starts treating Shawn like he's the one that's the problem. She cusses him out. She threatens to put her hands on him. He goes off, and when he finally acknowledges to her, I found you cheating on me. You're over here engaged to another man. When she's got caught up, she now starts bringing up all this stupid shit to try and cover her ass, talking about, you told me that you weren't going to talk to your wife, and then she called you when you lied to me about it. You're such a liar, da, da, da. She's saying all these things and telling him to go away. I don't need you. She even went so far as to throw the ring in his face, but here he is watching her drive off with his car and his credit card. I'm confused. Why in the hell did this girl drive off with your car and your credit card if she's telling you she don't want to be with you and she called your ass a trick? If let somebody tell me I'm a trick, okay, I'm a trick. Give me my keys. Give me my credit card. You can walk your little trick ass home, because you're not about to talk to me like this crazy when I'm sitting up here trying to be nice to you. You're talking to me like I'm a punk, and then you're going to leave with my car, bitch. Destiny is either a G or she's crazy, because somebody who just came out of pen gotta know that you can get called for stealing the car and for using credit cards all over the state. But according to him, she went out and bought herself some pizza. That's how he found out which location that she was at. He followed her and he's saying, you know what? I'm gonna have somebody tow the car. I don't even care about the $50K because she played me. I feel like Shawn has been on his best behavior because he doesn't want to let that $50K go. When she said, I'm going to hit your ass in the face, I'm going to hit your ass, he said, well, go ahead and do it. Because he's looking for a reason to have her sent back into jail so he can get his money, his car, and his credit card, go back and pay his wife the money that he took from her in the first place. Brittany, Destiny's sister's looking at her like, you know what, I'm finna go. She looks at Shawn, she says, you especially be careful. And Destiny's like, he needs it. What is this little ass girl gonna do? First of all, she said, Shawn, you're 45, I'm 29. I can run circles all over you. I'm faster than you. You don't even have a clue. And at first I thought it's because Shawn was slow. But I'm like, who will believe this girl's 29 years old? Girl, you look like you're at least 39. The way she looks like she has crackish ways. The way that she acts, the way that she behaves, the way that her physical appearance looks, I can't. But in her confessional, she finally admits to us that she is seeing somebody else, which explains why she's sitting up here looking for reasons to get rid of this man. You can leave him, boo, if you want to, but give him his car and his credit card, because you out here using his money, using his ride, but you want to sit up there and talk to him like he don't mean shit to you. Your Destiny is she is entitled, she is privileged. Ain't nobody gonna sit up there and treat me like that and think they're gonna leave with my car and my credit card. She got some balls on her. But Shawn is about to get the car towed, and I don't know what's gonna happen when, because she has the key in the house. He's gonna get the car towed, but how you gonna get the key? Are you just gonna have the dealership make you some new keys? I don't know. Turn off the damn credit card. Tell her to stop spending your money. She wants to be like this, then she can go. Then we have the last couple I'm gonna talk about is Michael and Sarah. Last episode, Malcolm did the right thing, the mature thing any reasonable man who knows his worth would do. He said, Sarah, I don't need your ass. First of all, you got 2 kids by a man I really don't want to be dealing with. I'm sitting up here and you want to feed me this bullshit telling me that he's in your house. You invited him to stay in your house because you want him to spend time with your kids. To me, Michael and Sarah are kids raising kids. Michael doesn't believe that Sarah's relationship with Malcolm is real, and I didn't believe it either. I feel like Sarah had Michael in the house while she's going out with Malcolm because she wants him to feel her going out with somebody else so he can feel the same frustration that she has felt this whole time. Meanwhile, Michael's feeling like, if I wanted to get this girl in bed and spread her legs and give her all the STDs I didn't acquire from Maria and everybody else that it's been with, I can just do it with her and she will let him. And he's right. She's dumb as hell. I said, I think for me, Michael is a clown. But I also feel like Sarah is also a clown and she deserves everything that Michael gives her. Because if you keep putting yourself in this situation and lying to yourself, can anybody tell me the excuse of, oh, they've been together for 8 years, oh, 7 years, they have history. History does not matter if you are not being treated right in the present. Don't come up here and tell me we've been together for 15 years so it justifies your piss poor ass decision to treat me like I'm some garbage you can just toss it out whenever the hell you want to. Because what Michael's doing is, yeah, we married, she's still my wife, I can screw whenever I want, but we have an open relationship. I'm gonna keep having sex with her knowing that she's gonna catch feelings. I'm gonna say whatever she wants to hear when I'm between her legs and I'm about to nut inside her because she's gonna believe whatever the hell comes out of my mouth. And when I find another girl, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go be with that girl. When I've exhausted my time and have fun and played, I'm gonna come back and Sarah's still gonna be here. She's gonna be here whenever I need her to, while she's at home playing mom to my kids and I'm out in the street playing mom to somebody else's kid, playing dad to somebody else's kids. She'll still be around. And Sarah is sitting up here talking about, I'm not gonna tell Michael about Malcolm and what happened because I don't want it to feel like it was about him. But by the end of their scene, she went to the room and he went into the room with her and she started giggling as like a dumbass, like, I don't know if after the season is over, these heifers actually wash themselves and see what we see, because you look stupid as hell. And when you're sitting up here giving us this excuse about why you're doing what you're doing, Michael, and why is Michael's fault for this, and what, bitch, you're putting your ass in this situation. So if he fucks you over, so be it. Take the fuck over and call it a day because you asked for this bullshit. Anyway, that is the end of this episode. This is season 3, episode 30. It's also part 4 of season 3. Go ahead and like, subscribe, notification bell. Let me know what you think. I also posted my review for Basketball Wives. I was going to do Salt Lake City, but I really didn't feel so good, so I'm sorry I couldn't do it. Growing up hip hop Atlanta wasn't that good for me to spend my energy on. I'm not going to waste your time. When Real Housewives of Atlanta comes on Sunday, if it's good, I'm going to do it. If it's not, you're not going to see nothing, because I just don't have time with all these little filler shows they're doing to waste my time, so I'm not about to waste yours either. Okay, you guys have a wonderful day, and P.S. April Jones and Dr. Dre are out here, you know, bumping cheeks. April, at this point, I don't know, she ain't even for the street, she's for the damn highway. Because I don't know, I keep seeing her with different people, but hell, Dr. Dre's a come up. Just make sure you got your gloves together, you got your boxing skills. You need to be in rare form to date a man like that, girl. Because from what we hear, especially from all the people, from all the things that we've heard in the past, you gonna need it, girl, for real.